This is part one of a 6-part series between the L consonant and the N consonant. L versus N, okay? So for the L, we always try to point your tongue, give it a little tension, and put it behind your upper teeth here. I tell students sometimes, because what happens is when they can't distinguish between the L and the N, to try to make a little bit different distinction is to make the L touch the teeth here, the bottom upper teeth. And that will make the L sound quite a bit more clear. La, 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 la. Versus the N, where you're using more of your tongue to touch the upper part back here of your upper teeth. Na, 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 na. So you can use almost the whole front part of your tongue to create that N. Na, na, na. Versus la, 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 la. Or if the L's easier, touch this part here. La, 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 la. I'm gonna start with the initial N first. And with the initial N, we're gonna do a listening quiz so that way you'll hear the difference between the N and the L. These minimal pairs words are going to kind of help you strengthen your tongue and get you the practice in between the L and the N. And in this case, we're gonna start with the N first. Number 1, night, light. Night, light. Night, light. Or light, 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 light. Night light, night light. 2, name, lame. Name, lame. Or you can go lame, lame. Name, lame. Or name, lame. Lame, lame. Okay? Try to point your teeth, or I'm sorry, try to point your tongue if you can. La, la, la. 3, not, lot. Not, lot. Not lot. Nice, lice. Nice, lice. Point it a little. Nice, lice. Net, let. Net, let. No, low. No, low. No, low. Neighbor, labor. Na, na. Neighbor, la, la. Labor. Neighbor, labor. Never, lever. Never, lever. Number, number, lumber. Number, lumber. Knock, lock. Knock, lock. Knock, lock. Okay? So we're going to do some word practices here. Number 1, no. No. I don't know. No. New. New. This is new. New. Never. Never. I never knew. I never knew. Name. Name. I didn't know his name. I didn't know his name. Not. Not. It's not his name. It's not his name. Nothing. Nothing. It's nothing to worry about. It's nothing to worry about. Next. Next. You're next in line. You're next in line. The N and the L start in a similar position, so you can say you're next in line. You're next in line. Necessary. necessary. It's not necessary to go next. It's not necessary to go next. And the last one, night. Night. I hope you have a good night. Night. And here are the practice sentences. He paid $90 for his new suit. He paid $90 for his new suit. Try to pay attention to the linking of the sentence as well as the intonation and how I'm putting the words without stopping. Breath in. Now I've got the full breath in my lungs here through the diaphragm. All this air is being held, and I release it as I say it, okay? He paid $90 for his new suit. He paid $90 for his new suit. Now, number 2, I'm going to take another breath in. My name is Nancy. My name is Nancy. The air is released as I'm speaking. Don't feel you have to rush without all that air coming out. Wait until you get that. My name is Nancy. And if you continue to have air in there, keep letting it out. 3, I didn't know his number. I didn't know his number. Or I'm sorry, I don't know his number. I don't know his number. 4, he didn't notice the strange noise. He didn't notice the strange noise. Didn't notice. She left a note for her neighbor. She left a note for her neighbor. I'm going to do it one more time slow. She left a note for her neighbor. For a neighbor. She left a note for her neighbor. 6, why do you need it now? Why do you need it now? Why do you need it now? 7, it's necessary to use a noun. I did it slow there. It's necessary to use a noun. It's necessary to use a noun. My next vacation will be to Norway. My next vacation will be to Norway. My next vacation will be to Norway. She had pain on her nose and neck. She had pain on her nose and neck. She had pain on her nose and neck. Do you hear that? Ananana? On her nose and neck. A lot of N's here, right? She had pain on her nose and neck. And 10, I never feel stressed when out in nature. 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 And the paragraph says, practice here. My neighbor named Nancy and Nick are nice. When Nicole and I were new to the neighborhood, they knocked on our door and introduced themselves as Nancy and Nick Nilsson. That night, they threw us a surprise housewarming party. It was a very nice night. We tried to say thank you, but they said it was not necessary. I'm going to say this time at a normal speed. I did it a little slower than the first one. Listen to the sounds, hear the intonation, listen to the linking, hear my breath, and see where you hear me kind of take a breath in and release it as I speak. If you can, try to whisper. If it helps you to feel that air releasing. My neighbor named Nancy and Nick are nice. In order to project out the voice and the sound, you have to release air, especially when you're whispering, if that is a way to help, okay? But I'm going to read it regular. My neighbors named Nancy and Nick are nice. When Nicole and I were new to the neighborhood, they knocked on our door and introduced themselves as Nancy and Nick Nilsson. That night, they threw us a surprise housewarming party. It was a very nice night. We tried to say thank you, but they said it was not necessary. I hope that this part 1 helps quite a bit. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Remember, for the L, la, 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 try to point that tongue, la, la. The N is more of the entire tongue touching the upper ridge, okay? The upper back. Na, nice, nice, lice. Part 1 done.